Testing 1, 2, 3. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream coming at you from the North Texas V1 HQ, where we are under a tornado watch and hail watches and warnings and all that good stuff. So I don't know if the second stream is going to happen, chat, but we're going to do our best to at least get one in today, and we are back in the 727 American Transair priceless memories indeed. Some of my fondest memories of going on vacation as a child was on ATA, American Transair, call sign Amtran. Now, I don't believe I've ever been on this particular livery. However, I love this livery a lot. I actually have the model, the like 1 to 200 model of the 727. I left it at the house. I was going to bring it to the office today, but anyway, love this livery. This is from Whiskey Throttle. He's got it up and running. There was the latest update this morning on this livery. It allows it to work in 2024. So if you download the latest version on the FlightSimTO, just drag and drop your community folder. It should work. It'll show up as a separate airplane, but it'll still work. So it's absolutely epic. I have the time wound back here. We got an early morning departure headed back to Fort Myers, Florida, coming out of Cancun, Mexico. So we have real weather. Wound back the time here a little bit just because I wanted to do a sunrise stream as we fly off into the morning light over the Gulf into Fort Myers, courtesy of Vertical Sim. So, exciting day. I hope y'all are ready. I'm ready to get this one going. Let's get it started. T-Maru in the house with the $5 super chat. My man, appreciate you. T-Moo says, I was so bored on this overnight that I considered ironing my uniform. Thanks, V1, for saving me from that. Hey, man. Sometimes you just got to iron uniform, dude. Sometimes you got to iron uniform because there's nothing else to do. But appreciate the $5 super chat. Hopefully it's go home day. Maybe it's a go home day today. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed the stream. You're kind of flying like a 727-ish, kind of like you're like flying a baby 727 with 2 engines. So, Rusty C, thank you for the 48 months support, man. Hey, simulation peeps. Super stoked to catch a 7.2 stream. Oh yeah. Courtesy of the Kool-Aid emoji. Thank you, Rusty C, for the 48 months of support, my man. Appreciate you. Callie Simmer in the house. Callie Simmer, how are you doing on this fine morning? Actually, speaking of California, I saw a tragic accident this morning going to Montgomery Field. Another 550 citation has gone down on short final. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm sure we'll get some more information later. But Callie Simmer, hope you're having a wonderful day out there on the West Coast. So, Captain Hot Mike Takeoff. Uh-oh. Yeah. Sandman, what's up? Good to see you, man. Welcome in, everybody. Let's do a quick little pre-flight, shall we? We got our flashlight on. We've got the stairs pulled up to the aircraft. We'll call ground power over. Oh, you know what? I can see where we're going to have a problem. I see that I was fixing my tillers, getting all my tillers set up, tiller cam. I think my axis is not calibrated. We shall see, though. We might have a little bit of a slight pull to the left. We'll have to ride it up for maintenance when we get there. But here we are in the aircraft, or outside of the aircraft, doing a little walk around here. We've got the cargo doors open. You know what I have noticed in Sim Update 2 is the walk around mode sometimes like bugs out as far as like, I wouldn't call it a stutter. It's almost like the inputs get laggy, at least for me. The inputs get real laggy, and it looks like it's stuttering, and then I have to like reset it, and then it works fine. But that's just a Sim Update 2 problems. I don't know how many people are doing walk-arounds, but I do like doing a little walk-around here. First flight of the day. We're on the heart. Oh, we even have custom seats. Look at that, Chad. Remind me, we have to do a cabin tour and take a look at these custom seats up in there. So, looking at our leading-edge Kruger flaps, they are extended there. We don't have anything hydraulic pressure holding them up. Make sure our wingtip looks good. Yes, indeed. Callie Simmer, thank you for the 36 months of support. Just realized I got my wings. Cheers to my favorite bus captain. Hey, Callie Simmer, that means a lot. Thank you for all the support over the last 36 months, not only being a member, but being the proud sponsor of the V1 Coffee Fund. Callie Simmer, I really do appreciate you and all you do, and I look forward to meeting you up at the Expo if you're going to be up there. I believe you said you were going, right? Long flight for you, but anyway, thank you so much for the support, Callie. JJ, I love walkarounds, realism. I've grown to like the walkaround mode. I don't like that it forces you into walkaround mode when you first load into the airplane. I feel like you should just be able to load into the cockpit view, right? And then look, just getting into a better flashlight. I think the SOP said, actually, I think this will work. I think our SOP was you need a flashlight with enough lumens to illuminate the top of the horizontal or top of the vertical stab. So as long as you can illuminate the vertical stab, you have a powerful enough flashlight, something like that. I don't know. Those are FO problems. I still carry my flashlight just in case the FO forgets his or hers, but not something I typically do anymore, at least in my operator. I know other operators are different, but everything else looks good. All right, let's go ahead and sprint back to the cabin here. It's getting a little bit steamy. We need to get this bird fired up. We might just go right to APU power. We'll see. I haven't tried the ground power. We shall see. But all right, here we go. I wish we could go up the stairs. We can't go up the stairs. All right. Into the airplane here. We got our flashlight on. We'll go ahead and turn that off momentarily. We need it. Wow, it's bright. Let's go ahead and get the battery on. With the battery switch on, can I connect the ground power? Yeah, see, it's like, I think if I do this... Okay, there we go. Ground power is connecting. External power on. Alright, how do I turn the light off? Chat. How do I turn the cockpit light off? Shift L? Left Alt L? I don't remember what it is. Alt M? F? How do I turn the light off? What's the command in 2024? It's, I'm going to have to close the windows. Have the windows open. If I go into the key binding, it's going to take forever because it's laggy. Alt L. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it is left Alt L. Yep, thank you. Whoever said that. Camilo, appreciate you. Alright, we'll get the floodlights on. We need to brighten up. No, Alt L. No, Alt L turned on all external lights. Did that turn on all external lights? No, it didn't. Fluorescent panel. Why are none of our lights working? Oh, I know why. Duh. No, that's on external. That's connected. Chat. What is going on here? Left Alt L turns off master lights. Yeah, we're having problems, chat. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to look it up. I think Alt L is like airplane lights. Let me keyboard it. Alt F for flashlight. Thank you. There we go. And now, I should be able to turn on that, but I can't for some reason. Yeah, so we turned on all exterior lights. Off, off. Something doesn't seem right, Chad. Tell you what, let's just fire up the APU because something we're not getting proper power. Alt F. Let's go ahead and turn on our. Let's pull up the APU, then we'll get rid of that ground power card. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Geographically Inverted, what's going on, my man? Have you bought the RSG GNS? I have not yet. I have not yet. Geographically Inverted, but it's been something I've been looking at. Alright, I'm going to disconnect. So we're going to go there, remove the ground power. Everything's going to go... Oh, gosh, it just despooled my APU. Chat, we are off to a rough start this morning. We're off to a real rough start. Alright. Alt F. Turn you off. Galley power's off. Battery switch is coming on. APU spooling back down. Come on now. At least it's much more quiet with that off. Alright, let's go here. Okay, now I can do APU, Alt F, Hey! Now we got lights. Ooh, wow. Overhead, we got lights. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sure user error. Probably needed to close the bus tie, like Al said. Was it open? I don't know. That's what happens when you try to get fancy. I've never used ground power in the 727, never. So I was like, oh, let me try it on string first time. Bad idea. All right, we'll get all these fired up. I don't like the checklist because it's not easy to read. I need a checklist like that I can just pop up. So I need to download one or something because the checklist that's over here, I don't want to keep coming back over here and having to look at the look at this thing. So wish I could just like pop that up on the main panel and have a checklist. You know what I'm saying? But all right, we'll go back to normal. That looks good. That's been tested. We'll go over here. That's closed. Coming through here, taxi. Let's go navigation lights. Let's go logo lights on. And that looks good. Seatbelts, no smoking. Those could stay off. Wonderful. Now we're going to come back over here. Let's get the packs up. We'll get some power to the, or get some power to the galleys. We'll do 1 and 2. We'll get some air conditioning on. I could probably turn these up and turn off this fluorescent. Let's see. Make it a little bit more. Oh, wow. Look at that. Panel background. Where's that red flood? Let's go. We'll just keep that on for right now. All right. We're cooking with gas now. So we got everything up and running. Let's go up, get this booted up here. So we're boarding stairs, aft stairs are closed. That's fine. Options, pre-flight. I've already downloaded our weights. We're going to go ahead and start you. We're going to start you. As far as the pre-flight is concerned, that's rolling. We're going to put you into standby. We're going to pull you out and on. This is a point of non-realism. The bus ties were always closed. In this condition, you should only have 3 GB lights on, not all 9. I've told FSS about this. Oh, so you're over here. So now, obviously, I can't close anything right now, right? Because they're all open. Or should there only be 3? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to mess with the ground power because, like I said, I've never done a single ground power boot up, and I decided to do one here on the stream. But let's go ahead and pressurize hydraulic system B, and I'm going to lower the aft stair. So let's come over here. We'll go to the aircraft, and we'll open the aft stairs. Just watched the 727 prior vid. Nice. What's up, Cyberdammy? Welcome in, dude. Little hiccup this morning, getting things rolling. One thing I've learned about Microsoft betas, wait several months before joining. Yeah, Sim Update 3 beta crashed 4 times for you. Yeah, Seth Jones. I'm done with betas, man. JJ keeps trying to get me to do a Sim Update. I'm like, no, sir. No. Not doing that. Sim Update 2 is running real good, so I'm going to keep it as is. I'm going to pull this checklist out, if I can find the click spot. There it is, and then we're going to click this right here. And now we are able to do some more stuff. So let's go ahead and load up our waypoints. Cancun. Now we should pull out the actual position of our gate, but for stream purposes today, we're just going to put the airport in there. It should be fine. We are going to be on a non-RNAV departure on the Antec 2 Alpha departure, but first and foremost, let's get our pause loaded up. So we're going to go to pause. And Cancun is located north 2102.5. Now this always rounds up. What's more accurate, that or the sky vector? I'm going to stick with my sky vector coordinates because mine says 2102.5. This says 2102.6. I think at 0.5 you round up, right? And then at 4 you round down. But my sky vector coordinates have never led me astray, so let's just stick with those. So we're located at north 2102.5, insert, west 8652.3, insert. That is our current position. So if we go over to desired track status, we'll hit the align button, and this will begin aligning the aircraft. So now we can go ahead and start programming the rest of our points. Waypoint 1. The difference between point 5 and point 6 is 600 feet. Okay, so we won't have any issues then. There's no way that I'm going to be able to tell 600 feet off or not. So first waypoint that we're going to load up is going to be Antec, which is located north 2111.9, 2111.9. Insert west 8623.1, 8623.1. Insert that. After Antec, we're going to Waukee intersection, north 2214. 2214.5, insert west 85, oh no, west 85.35.0, insert. Waypoint 3 is Curvu. Curvu located at north 2312. 9, insert west 84.46.1, insert from Curvu to Dukloo. I think we're going through Havana Center on this one. North 2340, and they are online the last I checked. 2340.0, insert west. Oh no. What happened? Something got west up here. Are wake terms from the aircraft simulated? Yes, I believe they are. I believe they are. So what did I just put in here? Waypoint 3, 1, 2, 3. So Dukloo, waypoint 4. I don't know what happened to my waypoint 4. Dukloo north, 2340. 2340, 0, 2340.0. That's always mess with my eyes. West 8347.1. Kanoa, and then we're going direct to Fort Myers. Kanoa located north 24 00.0, insert west 83.03.0, insert, and the destination Fort Myers located north 2632.1 and 8145.3. We do have an alternate of Tampa. We're going to leave that for now. So we got all 6 waypoints in there, looking good. Desired track status is doing desired track status things. With that set up, we don't have an auto ATC squawk code, but we'll go ahead and turn on our fasten seatbelt sign. Let's go back over to our flight engineer panel. I only filed us for 23 initially, but we're gonna have to we're gonna amend that. Let's go up to 31,000. So we're gonna set 31,000 feet. Our standby at 31 is gonna be 4.1. So we'll set 4.1 in the standby cabin altitude. Landing altitude at Fort Misery. We can pull out some charts and take a look at those. So let's just go KRSW. I'm not sure what this little shadow is here. Airport elevation is 27 feet. So yeah, basically we'll just set 20 down here. And the landing altitude. The landing altitude is set. Oh, I left the hydraulics running this whole time. Yeah. Let's turn those off for right now. Alright. That's all set up there for our cabin altitude. Cool. Cabin temp right now hovering at 20C. That looks good. Let's see. Full dozer, full OM. Let's go Gasper fan on. Get some airflow in here. Passenger oxygen is in normal. Everything looks good. I'm going to put you over to rise. Coming down here to our fuel boost pumps. We'll do 1 in each tank. Do our valve transit tests here. Moving across the panel, engine vibes. Mr. Martini, good afternoon. How you doing, sir? Oil quantity test. Yeah, see, it'd be cool if the oil quantity was burning down, you know, and you had to, like, adjust it. It actually looks like it's a little bit scattered, which is kind of cool. Fuel heat. Guess we can test these. Alright, as we get ready for start, that's coming up, and the fuel flow reset, that checks. Alright, so, before start, pilots, altimeters, glass, emergency exit lights, seatbelts, and no smoking, window heats need to come on. So we'll come up here, window heat. It's really hard to see those switches. Window heat's coming on. Emergency exit lights, they are armed. Fasten seatbelts are on. Yeah, so this is why I don't like this checklist. It's too far over here. Window heat, radio, slave, departure briefing. We'll come back to all those. Did the stall warning, did the anti-skid, emergency brake, comparators off. Windshield, we didn't do that. Yaw dampers, takeoff warning, stabilizer, trim. Cool. Alright. Actually, we would actually, yep, test that, make sure that does work. Mock airspeed test. Yaw damper, upper and lower. I'm done with this flight plan, so we'll go ahead and put you back over there to the flight engineer panel. Ground procs. These lights, I guess we do all light tests. There we go. That's pretty cool. I guess we can put you in dim for right now. We'll keep it in nav mode. We'll set our top altitude initially at flight level 230. Magic barrel ref has been updated. We'll 0.65. Before we expedite that, let's take a look at our departure out of Cancun. Departure 12 right. We're going to be on the Antec 2 Alpha. Antec 2 Alpha is a climbing left turn arcing off the Cancun VOR of 13.6. So we need to turn the radio master switches on. That's another one I always forget. Radio master switch. Let's get those on. Radio master switches are on. Cancun VOR 13.6. Let's dial that in. We'll put it on both radios for right now. 13.6. 13.6, going to be tracking the, I don't know what this, you see this like weird shadow thing is here? Not sure what that is, like cuts off half the page. 13.6, track 125. Antec, climb on 125 at 4 miles, left turn on 7 DME arc to intercept the corresponding radio from the Cancun VOR to Antec Dungey. And we're going out to Antec. So we want to intercept the 070. But we want to track the 125 outbound, so let's go ahead and spin in a 125 first. We're going to track 125 outbound to 4 DME, a left turn for 7 DME, and approximately 7 DME arc. So, alright, that looks good. We'll bring our heading bug. I'm going to leave my heading bug 90 degrees left. Let's do a little bit less than that. Let's do about 45 degrees left, so we have to remind ourselves to turn left. This would be really helpful if you have two nav radios, just flip them over. 7 DME arc, left turn. Nav is ready. I'll click the green light to give us max accuracy. I'll throw you into nav. Waypoint 1, distance and time. 29 miles, that checks. We'll squawk 2,000. And we're almost ready to spool them up. So let's go to our weight and balance. Takeoff. Actually, let's see how our pre-flight is doing. 5 minutes left. Let's go ahead and just finish that. Boom. Our weights have been finished. So we'll go to the takeoff. Runway is Cancun. 12 right. Flaps 15 for departure. Download the weather. Set EPRs in trim 1.99, 94.7. Takeoff trim 3 units. Our speeds are set 29, 29, 43 for V2. And those are all bugged accordingly. So, with that all done, let me get the CTAF freak up. And we can finally start getting back to chat here. So, takes a minute to get things booted up. CTAF for Cancun is 118.1. Cosmic Doubloon, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. How you doing? 118. Decimal 1. I probably need a reboot because oh no, it works. 119.1, 1181. So the light doesn't transfer though. 1.8.1. We are an 18.1. That checks. Ain't no party like a water party. Water's in the house. What's going on, Water? 22.8, 18.1 is up. We are on 18.1. I wonder why these navs don't switch over. These nav lights don't switch over. As far as the hard tuning anything else, there's really nothing else to hard tune. If I look at our SkyVector route of flight, the only other VOR that we're going to attempt to capture is the Key West 113.5. So I'll put you in the standby here. 113.5. That checks out. All right. I'm ready to fire them up. What does it look like with fluorescent light off? Yes, much better. All right, the FO's sitting in the dark. Oh well. All right, let's close up some doors. All right, forward entry, galley, cargo, aft stairs. Remove the boarding stair, remove those engine covers, remove the chocks and cones. She's looking good. Look at the nav lights out there on the, that's so cool. Love it. All right. With that all set up, let's prepare for engine start. So for engine start, we're going to kill the left and right packs. We should see upwards of 40 psi. Beautiful. Engine bleeds are on. APU bleed is on. Packs are off. Fuel pumps are on. Flight start. These are blinding me here. Alt F. Let's go ahead and ground. Let's go 3, 2, 1 today. Number 3, grounding 3. Here we go. FO sitting in the dark. Sorry, T Maru. I guess we could turn on some FO overhead lights here. We're right side forward panel. There you go, bud. Now you can see. Good start on number 3. Engine stabilized. Golly, I cannot see these switches. They've got a light right in my face. Number 2. You love the default terminal lighting? Always takes a minute to get our 17 fired up. But I love it. So much more fun than just hitting flight plan insert, APU bleed on, engine start. Once we get number 1 up and running, we will close the windows. We're flying at sunrise. It's 5:30 in the morning. Early morning departure. %, N2. Started out of the open. Oh, look at that World Atlantic MD-80. That's pretty cool. It's my flashlight on the wing there. The storm on the East Coast, Zippy? Oh, I couldn't tell you, man. I've got tornado warning and hail right now over my head, so. All right, we got 3 good engine starts. I'm slightly concerned why the low oil pressure lights haven't extinguished. And the starter valves haven't extinguished either. Wait a second. Please tell me we're not bugged out. Let's go to Gen 1. Oh, I should have had galley power off for engine start, right? Oh no. I think we're bugged. I can't get the generator trip online. I think when we were messing with the just ground power, I should have just done APU, man. See, the lights aren't extinguishing. But it appears to be working. It's just the lights are stuck on. I have the lights in test mode. Ground reset normal. And an APD auto dim. Okay, I guess. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, never mind. They're fine. Weird. They were. I thought that was just a dim mode. So I had the test annunciator dim and APD auto dim, but apparently in auto dim it keeps those on. This is why we need a 3 pilots to fly a classic. Yeah, I had it in auto dim, but apparently that's not what you want. So okay, we're fine. Everything is where I was gonna say, because things appear to be working. All right, let me just check my generators again. 1, 2, 3, that all looks good. 2, 2, go essential TR, galley power 1 and 2 are coming on. Let's get the pressurization. That's coming off. These close up. We'll go ahead and shut off the APU. APU's coming back down. Light is extinguished. We got no lights here. Fuel pumps are on. Hydraulics are on. The auto dim only affects the approach progress display. Okay, so then that's a bug then, because in auto dim, well, now they're not doing it. Oh well, I don't know what that was. Because as soon as I went back to test and back, maybe they got stuck in test mode. I think they got stuck in test mode. We're good now though. I do think my hydraulics, my steering is going to be not necessarily centered. That's all right. Do we need a power back from here? I don't think so. I think we can make a sharp left turn. We'll do a little bit of a power back though. All right. Let's go to window heat, left, right. Which light is this? Because it's right in my face. Dome white. No. Not that one. Control stand. This is it right here, the control stand. Oh, the control stand light was making me go blind. All right. Now we're ready. Let's go ahead and release the brakes. We'll do a little bit of a power back here. Hopefully we're not too heavy. Nope. Gosh, that livery looks awesome. Reverser stowed. Set the brake. We're doing a flaps 15. 1, 2, 5, 15 is set. Powerback 7.2 for a thing? Yeah, it's a thing, man. It used to be until they figured out that it was not the best idea. I actually saw one do one recently. What was on YouTube? Some like MD80 did a power back on YouTube. I think it was World Atlantic, actually. All right, RTO is set. We're flaps 15. Trim is set to 3. Sure, speed register stow. Brakes released. What am I gonna? Oh. Brakes released. Takeoff config warning checked. Let's go. Cancun traffic. Amtran 357 taxi runway 12 right Cancun. All right, let's go. Only took, what, 41 minutes to get off the gate. Not bad for a 3-person aircraft. Now we can relax a little bit. Of course, starting out with a hiccup with the power is never very fun. Anthony Villillo says, we did power back for several years until the data showed that it was better to use the tug. Yeah. I've never been able to do a power back. The closest thing I got to a power back was we were sliding on ice, dropped the reversers into full reverse. Also did it in a Beach 99 as well.
Cancun traffic justice 232 is going to be taxing on 912.
How do I like the Boeing tiller? I love it. Cancun. My only problem is I just swapped out the hardware and I think it's slightly, I think I have a slight nose wheel left. I have to fix my calibration when I swap between the multiple tillers that I have. What's the RVSM for 2 statute miles? What? That doesn't make sense. You mean the RVR? Seems like we're getting a little bit of a stutter. I don't know what that's all about. That's not good, chat. We haven't had any stutters. We're definitely getting one now. Which airline is this? Lucas Puncture. This is ATA. American Trans Air. Ceased operations in 2008. But they were kind of known as like a holiday vacation airline. They also had a big military contract that once they lost that, or what was it, the mail contract they lost? Then that was kind of the nail in the coffin for them. But some of my first trip to Hawaii was on a L1011 ATA. RVR, yeah, I think it was about 10,000 RVR. My rolling cash is at 128, JJ. 128. Maybe I just need to delete rolling cache every single stream. Delete and rebuild every stream. 250? Alright, I'll do 250 next time. I thought I saw somewhere they recommended 128. Oh man, I love the sounds while taxiing around though. It sounds pretty dang good. It helps a ton to do 250 on the rolling cache? Really? I wonder if I should do it right now. We just cut off that other 7.2. Sorry, bud. Jeff L., thank you for the 35 months of support, my man. 727 Juice, let's go. I know, look at this livery, too. You're talking about juice. This livery is sweet. Don't do it, it will crash. Alright, won't do it. It's also, you know, an Adobo default airport with excellent performance. Hold on, I need to check the weather, chat. I feel like getting an alert here. I know there's like baseball-sized hail just north of me. And I really would like my truck to not get hailed on. Not a good sign when I can't even load the radar. If I go dark, chat, it's not the sim. I've been sucked up by a tornado. Joe Plains, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. My uncle was the 757 flight engineer for ATA. He bought a plane. To build ours. Once he was finally able to upgrade to FO, ATA went bankrupt. Oh man, go figure. You know, there's a lot of similarities. Oops, get off center line here. There's a lot of similarities between ATA and modern day spiritual wangs. Both went bankrupt. I think ATA entered Chapter 11, and then nobody would, like, hoping that somebody would purchase them, and then Delta cannibalized them, right? And then they lost the mail contract, and that was it. Ceased operations. $93 likes? That is amateur behavior, Mr. Martini. Cockpit lighting is 10 for 10, though. Gosh, I just love it. I love this airplane, man. That should be my new wing. I gotta get off that window a little bit. Set on the ground driver over it and zip it up, put it in air. Pretty cool. Oh, hail damage. Yeah. Did Miss V1 go for Airbus as the middle name? No. My fourth is VNE. VNE is our fourth child. We've got V1, V2, VR, and now VNE. Yeah, I could tell my airplane's pulling a little bit to the left. I gotta shut it on that calibration. So Vinny.
Traffic, American 11.
That's funny, yeah. I should call him Vinny. Yeah, buddy. What about VY? Ah. I don't know who VY is. Yeah, I forgot about VY. Well, we didn't do VX or VY. So, we're flying jets. Captain, hey chat, Anthony Brewer was a 727 flight engineer, co-pilot captain, then was chief pilot for AA, went to the 76, retired in early 2000s. Number 1, so he's your man for 727 info. Yes. Wow, you retired number 1? Excellent, dude. I think I'm slated to retire number 2 at my operator, the last I checked. That's awesome, man. Only number 1 in the bid status. That's, you talk about the most epic seniority number to have. Number 1. Literally, you can pick any trip that you want, and it's yours. I'm assuming that's how it worked back then. That's how it works now. Look at that little baby bus 319. I'm driving to Dallas, just looked at the radar between Oklahoma City and the border. Yeah, Haas, that's where I'm at, dude. Where are you coming down? Are you coming down that 35 corridor? You only have to put 1 section on the bid sheet each month. Yeah, that's nice. Now with our pref bid stuff, I mean, I have like 50 different preferences and all this stuff. I actually got coverage awarded for next month, which was not good. All right. 1, 2, right. Runway looks clear. We'll go ahead and line up. You're not supposed to line up and wait with no controller on. I'm Cancun traffic and Tran 357 and line up runway 1, 2, right. Once we line up, we'll do all of our checks. Go ground flight ground. We'll get all our lights on. I got click and dragged. I think I can remember how to do it. We'll go ground flight. Something with Cancun in 2024 is not the juice. We've had issues at this airport. I even uninstalled the custom scenery. Remember all the issues we had? This is the only place you see multiple 3-holers in line today. Ain't that the truth? All right, we'll spin it around. Cams are set. Let's see, remind ourselves, 7 DME 125 left turn. That checks. I've got course modes selected over here on my Bravo. All right, 1.98 on the EPR. Y'all ready? Let's go. Cancun traffic, Amtran 357. Departing, runway 12 right, Antec 2, departure, Cancun traffic. Here we go. Spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. There we go. Got it. Yeah, need more juice. Need more juice for the sounds. All right, here we go. Set thrust. Power set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots thrust set. Kind of. Need a flight engineer. 100 knots check. Need a flight engineer. V1. Rotate. Don't hit the tail. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. Oh my gosh. Rotated so beautifully. Blue hour departure in a 727. Doesn't get much better than that. Maintain that 125. Over the nose a little bit there. Get number 2 up a little bit more. There's a 2 from flip. 1,000 feet. Lower in the nose. Is it 180? I think it's I think there's a 190 speed restriction, so we'll keep an eye on that. Go flaps 5. back on our course line here. It's either 190 or 200 to 5 DME as well, at least nowadays. Keep trimming up a little bit here. Check. I don't see, you know what? I don't see, oh, max 200 until 4 miles. Yeah, max 400 until, or 200, geez, 204 miles. All right, there's 4 miles, 200 knots, we're cleaning it up. And this is a 7 DME arc. There's all the hotels off the left. I actually just looked up this hotel last time I flew into Cancun.
Cancun traffic.
I want to either stay here or I want to stay at
runway.
like this one way out here on the tip. Oh, that looks amazing. All right, we'll go ahead and go gear handle off, accelerating 250 knots, 2 miles so we start the left turn. And then it's going to be looking for the Antec, which will be the 070 radial. Lucas, 6 for 10. Hey, Iceman, let me get back to you in just a minute, my friend. All right, I'm going to just maintain this heading. I'm going to set 070 course line. And here comes 7 DME, start the turn. Flaps are up. Come back a little bit here, climb thrust. Take a peek at the flight engineer panel, cabin is climbing. Jeez, we're speeding again here. Man, the performance is freaking crazy. That was a terrible arc on my part. It was blasted through that with 3 miles off. I'd slow back down to 250, but we're about to go through 10,000 feet, so. "10,000 feet, maintain 270 is fine." Back down to 8 miles. Get our lights. And there's the, of course, I go look at the light panel and the CDI comes alive. Hard right turn. Back to join. Oh man, look at that. I guess it's to keep you away from the hotels for noise. Oh, that's awesome though. Keep climbing there too. It's challenging to fly a 3-person airplane, let alone fly a 3-person airplane and try to look at the wing views and the juice views without having the autopilot on. Back to the right to rejoin. Basically, we're following that out, so we'll get rid of you. Intercept on about this heading here. That looks good. 090. Get our noise canceling headphones on. Need that 3-crew multiplayer. I know, man. We seriously do. All right, here comes course line. We'll get the autopilot engaged here momentarily. So we'll throw you onto VLOC. And let's go outsell. Oh, did I not spin that up? autopilot outcell heading. We'll do nav loc, IAS hold at 270. Loc is captured, altitude armed. We said 23, but we're going to go to 31. 070 outbound. All right, let me get back to Lucas's chat as we depart Cancun. Oof, that was a busy one there. Lucas, thanks for the 10 hey eyes, my man. Appreciate you. I know 2 captains that flew for VAR. You can tell it went bankrupt in 06. In 2006, one flies for gold and the other flies for Qatar. Nice. I can't stop laughing at their stories anytime they come by our local field. Nice, man. Old Vareg. What about VOSP? You know anybody that flies for VOSP? Alright. Everything is looking good. Brighten you up a little bit here. Smoke them if you got them. And seatbelt sign will keep on for now, since we kind of had those backwards. Brighten up the left panel here too a little bit. As we go through 18 thou, we'll set 2992. 2992 is set. Let's take a look at our SIVA. Antec, I think we're just about over, right? Antec is at 28 miles, so we're 23 miles, 22, 23 miles. That checks here because SIVA's 5 miles out, so that all jives. So what we can actually do is put this into INS nav. We'll throw you into aux nav. With aux nav on, there's really no sense in having the flight director on because we're not following anything. The sun is rising though, so we're looking good. We are navving to waypoint 1, 2 miles out from Antec, which is jiving with this. Oh man, look at this sunrise though. Let's go full screen cam. Is someone asked about YouTube Premium being worth it? It absolutely is. YouTube Premium is like the best investment that you can if you spend time on YouTube or any time on YouTube. Why are we in this significant left turn? Let me double check our route. After Antec, it is, yeah, it is a left turn actually. Yep, that's correct. Antec is a hard left. It's going to be off the Cozumel. We can track this. We can go 112.2. Let's go 1122 here. We'll back up our INS. And it's going to be the Cozumel 037. $112.5. There we go. 112.5. Yep, that tracks. So we are on course. We are looking good, and the sun is rising. Gotta love it. Sunrise flights into the sun in this sim are special. Absolutely, John. Absolutely. Look at that. Let's go over to Unicom as well. 122.8 on Unicom is up. And we're cooking. Turn the sim down a tad. Ad blocker is $0. Yeah, but do they work as good as YouTube Premium? I don't know. Oh yeah, look. There's a tornado. Is there a tornado north of me? Flash flood, thunderstorm, hail. Tennis ball, hail, and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Radar indicated about 20 minutes north of me. Rip. And it looks like it's coming this way, chat. We should have done Oklahoma City, Dallas flight. Alright, we are in flight mode, right? Why are you... We're in auto. Okay. Everything looks fine. Aft cabin is 30C. Can we cool it down more? Let's get some more cool air in here. Don't want to freeze anybody out. We're doing cool and cool. We're tracking. Oh, yes. All ads are gone with premium. It's one purchase I make every month. I don't mind paying. Yep, I agree. I use my work phone to watch YouTube videos and get scared by an ad since I don't see ads for years now. Yeah, I haven't seen an ad for years on YouTube. I also watch a ton of other stuff like what? Like the Mentor Pilot videos, the Green Dot stuff. I mean, those are essentially movies for me, right? All right, we're gonna level here. Well, this was 23. Let's go ahead and re-engage. Let's go back to, let's go vertical speed up here. Climb us up a little bit, get back down to about 300, and then we'll climb up to 310. But yeah, YouTube Premium is crucial for me. Cali Simmer says YouTube Premium worth every dollar. I agree. Yeah. Hassle-free music. I also listen to a lot of music on it too. So. Let's get a little bit more vertical speed. I want to get us down to about 300, and then I will speed hold us and juice it all the way up. That's close enough. Should we do 310? Set climb thrust here. Let's bring it back up. Altitude arm 310. I need to adjust this window view just a tad. There we go. Oh, I forget which window it is. I think it's this one. Yep. Oh. That looks awesome. Did you know the 717 has a perfect record for whole loss or deaths? 0 of both, just a few minor things, but no whole losses. That's pretty wild. The 717. Getting a little bit of chop this morning in our climb out. I love the black on dark blue. I love that look. Yes, Dylan R, absolutely. Being able to close your phone with the video is still playing is the best. So you know what's interesting about that? That used to work for free forever. And then there was an update, like a software update that was forced, and then that made everybody have to get YouTube Premium to do that feature. That was my triggering moment. Because I had that forever. I had like an iPhone 6 that would do it. And then when I upgraded, nope, couldn't do it anymore. Did you know Boris is making a Learjet sound pack? I did, Apollo. I actually did know that. For the Lear 35, right? Mentor Pilot just did the Gulf Air 72 accident. Would love to see you break down the green dot on that crash. Gulf Air 72. Gulf Air 72. Which one was that? Is that a new green dot? Let me see. Green dot aviation. Oh. No, it says Air Dubai. Havana Senna. Lufa. Squawk mode Charlie. Oh, shoot. We don't actually have a TARA, so we'll just put it in altitude mode. Tour de America's probably not coming back this weekend, man, unfortunately. He didn't tell me to contact him. Do I need to contact him? Let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll call him. We'll call Havana on 2455. Now I've got to, of course, my push to talk is not going to work. Why does this always happen with the V-Pilot? I gotta disconnect and reconnect. It's like sometimes the V-Pilot will just drop the push-to-talk binding. Havana Center, good afternoon. Amtran 357, flight level 288, climbing 310.
Amtran 357, Havana Center. Good afternoon, sir. Squawk 3425.
Squawk 3425, Amtran 357.
Correct, sir.
Correcto. Alright, 3425. A little bit choppy out there. We'll leave the seatbelt sign
Havana
off.
Center, g'day. Justice 232 is with you
Justice.
leveling flight level 310.
Someone just... Was that that World Atlantic?
232. Good afternoon,
Got a
sir.
repatriate flight going
Squawk
on.
3476.
Alright. We're looking good. We'll monitor the level off here.
3476, Justice 232.
I wish FSS or TFDI would make a 717. I'm surprised TFDI hasn't done their 717 yet. Now, they had a nice one in P3D. I'm very surprised we haven't seen one in 2020 yet. Did you know you could right-click the ACT channel in the client too?
232 now, radar.
Really? JJ, I had no idea.
Maintain flight level 310.
Oh yeah, tune
Maintain flight
2455.
level 310,
JJ, you just
Justice
changed.
232.
Dude, JJ, why have you waited until now to tell me that?
167 center.
1000 level off. Check.
Step away for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just tried it. I could do it. I don't know why you haven't told me that, man. You know how many times I sit here fiddling with the radios while we crash and violate stuff? Unbelievable. Tyson, what's going on, my man?
Radar service terminated.
Here's Muffy. I'll have to take a look into. I'll take a look into that one, man.
Frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom.
I flew on a 717 out of Atlanta, first time and loved it. Nice.
Have a good one.
On the old Delta. The Delta 717s, man. A regional jet with the mainline paycheck. That's all that matters. I bet all the 2020 enjoyers are liking this right now. We got a little bit of a yellow hint as the sun is rising. Communicate, navigate, then aviate. Yeah. Yeah. That's how you have to do it on that sim or Aveo Premium. I saw a Deltoid 717 for like the first time ever. Really? Dude, I see him. Well, I guess if you're not around Atlanta, you probably don't see him. Atlanta and East flooded. A lot of 220s out of the garbage. Yes, indeed, there are. I just went back and watched that takeoff. Blue Hour is beautiful. Austin Gray, I love it. I'm starting to like the Blue Hour sunrise more than I am the Blue Hour sunset. Like just like that early dawn is epic.
Many thanks for your service.
Where'd you get the American livery yesterday's stream? Anthony, I'll link it to you. It's from FS Cab Roll. It's awesome, dude. It's the best one. Let me show you. He's got some additional weathering and stuff on the flaps.
Amtran 3571.
Go ahead for Amtran 357. Did we blow through our altitude?
Correct.
Nope.
Your radar train set now. Again.
Roger that. Amtran 357. Just gonna radar contact. Radar contact. Here you go, Anthony. That's the one. Works in 2024 as well. You just drag and drop.
You will maintain for level 312.
Affirmative. Sorry that. Yeah, we had to step climb up for turbulence. Can we maintain flight level 310 for Amtran 357?
Correct, sir.
I think he said correct though, or he said go ahead. I think. Lucas, the paint scheme looks like a 90s Yamaha. Oh, come on, man. This is their 25th anniversary. Juice. Now, there's some really cool T-Way ones that Whiskey Throttle has done as well. We're going to have to take a look at. I want to watch the sunrise, but my favorite view on the 7.2 is like this kind of front view, angled. Like right there. That's epic. I like how you can see the panel lines. fuselage. '90 Yamaha is the juice. Agreed. Sí, correcto.
American 172, radar service terminated, no other 86. Monitor
No
advice
winglets,
frequency
sharklets
122.
is so much better. I agree, Douglas. Now we do have the winglet option on the on this as well. I haven't flown any liveries. The livery painters need to get cracking on the 727. There's some amazing liveries this bird has. I know Whiskey Throttle's cranked out a couple TWA ones, which we're going to try next. But I would also like to have the Super 727, right? Did American have this, like, what is it, the 727 Super version? Need some hush kits? Nah.
American 930, man.
Need the buckets, man. We need the buckets. I want the buckets back. Not these internal reversers. Imagine a
American
Boer sound pack.
930,
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even begin to think of how amazing this would be with a Boer sound pack.
Uniform Sierra Sierra.
Old school, yeah, old school US Air. There's some good Piedmont ones out there. Mexicana's got a cool one. Pan Am. There's Pan Am 727s. What else is there? Obviously, we did American. The ATA. There's several ATA. Like, this is the 25th anniversary. I also like just a regular ATA one. It's kind of like the same they had on the L10. It's got the white fuselage. Perry, Whiskey Throttle does have the TWA one. I just downloaded them before the stream in case that this livery didn't work. Let me see. The TWA pack right here. I'm not sure if these work on 24 yet, but look at this pack. He's got all the good T-Waves ones. He's got the classic, the Ram's horn. Then I think my favorite one is the one with the globe on it. I mean, there's some really awesome liveries on the 727.
Cactus 9A1, correct? Radar
Southwest,
service
you're right.
terminated,
Yeah,
no other
Southwest
86.
has
Monitor
727s.
advice
Or used to have
frequency 122
727s.
decimal eight.
Yeah. Yeah, Southwest 727 as well. We need a where's Whiskey at? Somebody get Whiskey on the horn. Tell him he needs to get cranking on a Southwest 727. How awesome would that be? All right, let's turn down the outside sounds just a little bit. And then,
Correct. So graph on a center closing. Monitor advice frequency 122 decimal eight.
122.8. Here we go. Nope. Nope. Turn the airplane down a little bit.
All right, graph on frequency Havana center closing. Everybody to advise frequency 122 decimal eight. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thanks for the ATC.
Welcome, sir.
Now, can I tune 122.8 from VPilot? JJ, thanks again for the $10 super chat, man. V1 I did an Aero Mexico 777-200 from DFW to Monterey, Mexico last night, and the best I've ever flown in the sim. It was amazing at night. The 777 handles so good. I'm in love with 24. I know, JJ, I love it. I especially love Mexico in 2024, man, because we have like the lighting is just right as the sun sets over the desert. Like, I feel like the desert landscapes are better in 24 than they were in 2020. Just the way the lighting shakes out. Because I did a flight in the 146 when we violated the departure out of San Diego. We went down to not quite Cabo, the little airport just north of Cabo. Man, flying down there with the sun was setting, just amazing, dude. And I want to do some more little Mexican. We're going to do a little. We already did a mini Mexico tour once. I think we're going to do it again. But the caveat is we can only do a mini Mexico tour in round gauge airplanes, period. So it's either got to be 727. Learjet, the RJ, Avro RJ, or F-28. So we're going to have to do a little mini Mexico tour. Also, like I was saying yesterday, my local coffee shop, man, they just started a Mexican coffee menu. It's like all Mexico themed. It's really cool. Oh, look at that. Anthony, you miss flying the 7.2, man? Look at that beautiful bird. I'm so jealous. Never get to fly a 7.2. If I could pay for one type rating just for fun, it'd be on a 727. I think they still have a sim in Miami. Gotta see how much it costs. Maybe for my midlife crisis, instead of getting a Corvette, I'll go get a 727 type rating for no reason. Tyson, yes, we need a Mexicana 727. I love the Mexicana 727 livery as well, and I think Whiskey's been cooking on one. Let me go to I think I have a little Latin playlist here as well. Let's see. I like this song. This one always puts me in a good mood. Dun, 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 dun. It was the best handling large transport I ever flew. We usually hand flew it to altitude just for the enjoyment. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool, man. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully it's not too loud. I like being in the front, but the engine whine gets a little bit tiring. Oh, this is kind of a cool shot. Let me see if I can get the sunrise. Yep. There we go. Houston Center's online. I don't think we're in Houston airspace. No, we're good. We're clear of that. Music's a little too low. Well, that's easy to fix. Calendar shot indeed. Got to visit my wife's hometown airport, Mazatlan, going in December. Very cool. I think we did a Mazatlan. Did we ever do a Mazatlan flight? I don't know. I talked to Mazatlan Center. Perfecto. Correcto. Speaking of San Diego, I had a private jet crash this morning. Yes, Murphy Canyon killed everyone. It killed. Oh no, Pax. I'm terrible to hear that. I did hear about the crash. I didn't know if there was any fatalities or what the outcome was. Weren't they going into Montgomery Field? I thought they were on like 3 Mile Final. I wonder what happened. That's awful news, man. It was a 550 citation. You know what else would be juicy? Islamabad to Skardu, 727 pre-dawn, twilight, a sunrise arrival. Ooh, Islamabad to Skardu in the 727? We need a super dirty livery. What kind of... Did Pakistan fly? Well... Anybody fly 7.2s out there? I don't know why we're oscillating here a little bit. Benny, what's going on, my man? We haven't done Skardu in a minute. Have we ever taken the 7.2 into Skardu? I don't know if we've ever taken the 727 into Skardu. I know we did the MD-11. I know we did the 777, the 7.4. Oh, we should take like a cargo version in there. They're right. You might try to stream the shortest flight I ever did. LaGuardia 2-2 to JFK 1-3 left on a co-terminal ferry. Off to on in 4 minutes. That is nuts. Did you just leave the gear down? Did you leave the gear down? That's crazy. I think my shortest flight was like 13 minutes from Fort Worth to Alliance. We're parking jets for COVID. That's crazy though. 2-2 to 1-3 left. Nah, no gear up, but flaps only up to 5. That's awesome. I guess that would make sense. You wouldn't go positive rate. Okay, leave the gear down. I guess you would. It would be beneficial to go gear up there. Did Microsoft Sim Update 2 add some physics mod? I'm not sure, Benny. I cannot confirm nor deny. I don't know. San Jose State charter plane was 727? Yeah. And the Phoenix Coyote hockey team was a 727. Lucas, 10 hey ice, man. Appreciate you. Total Cargo was operating a 727 till last year. So there should definitely be some 727 sims left. And since one was sold to Africa and the other to Venezuela, there'll still be some sims for some time. Yeah, but sims in the U.S. though. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could fly to Africa to get typed on a 7.2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's. Let's send everybody to Miami, around this part of the world. Maybe Fly Navy and I should go get a 727 type together. Geographic Inverted said, I read a book from a Qantas 707 flight engineer. JT3s were screaming as they blasted out of Fiji. He joked the water injection was only to cool the temp sensors, but was not to cool the temp sensors, but to not panic the captain. Does 102 seconds count after losing oil pressure and returning immediately at a 172? 102 seconds after losing oil pressure? I would consider that losing oil pressure. Oh, we're about ready to go waypoint 3 to 4. Let me check our flight log here. 1, 2, 3 Curvu. So we're about to go Curvelu to Ducklu or Duku. Oh yeah, on the airway. Should be making a slight right turn, I believe, to Kanoa, which is waypoint 5. Oh no, we're going 3 to 4. I'm ahead of ourselves. Should be pretty much on the same track. What's our wind doing? Tracking 063, ground speed of 543. Nice. Winds are 266 at 33. Yeah, so we got a nice little tailwind here. I'm not sure what the oscillation is here. It's like it's constantly battling the wind or a wind shift. New track to waypoint 5 is 063. Current track 062. Oh, you know what else isn't awesome? We're kind of right on the limit of the overspeed. We'll engage the auto throttle here. There was a repo flight that was like that in New York, but they couldn't get IFR clearance, so they just have to go VFR and got approved. We went VFR one time in a regional jet. Or no, we were still IFR. We went to 10,000 feet though. We were trying to get from Boston to Philly, and the weather was terrible, and they're like, well, we can't, anything above like 18,000 feet, you got an edict time of 3 hours or something. And the controller's like, can you go at 10,000? Like, stand by. Call up the dispatcher, be like, hey, if we can go at 10,000 feet, we can leave now. So we flew 10,000 feet in an Embraer. FSS just confirmed preview of the 7.2 Super at FS Expo. Updated instrumentation with EFIS autopilot option. Don't care about that personally. Really? An EFIS option? Gross. I'd be curious what it looks like. Is there any screenshots, Tango Kilo? Anthony says, in sim update 2, I'm getting a lot of memory warnings in the 727. Didn't happen prior to that. A lot of memory warnings? Really? Like errors on your, like in the, is your sim crashing? That's interesting. I haven't had any of those yet, knock on wood. Knock on wood, I haven't had any of those yet. Will you ever fly the Fenix again? Oh, no, yeah, I'll fly it again. It's not forever dead. It's just, we need a minute. No crash, just message on the screen. Maybe, yeah, like JJ says, turn down the T-LOD. Turn down your LOD. My shortest flight was around a minute and a half after a low toe disconnect and landing on the opposite runway at a minute or so. Nice. Uh, 2024. Oh, yeah, I already read that. What decides when you do a flight control check? Right after pushback or during taxi? Have you ever had an aircraft fail flight control check? I've had the Embraers fail flight control checks. Flight control no dispatch. We turned the Embraer 170 into an Embraer 180. Used to be a big problem. It's dictated by your SOP. So it's typically after engine start. So for us on the Airbus, after we start engine 1, if you do a single engine taxi, we don't do the flight control check until the number 2 engine is started. So you would taxi out on number 1, start engine 2, after start checklist, and then we'd get into our flow of doing the flight control check. But it's just going to be dictated by your SOP. As long as you do it before takeoff, you should be good. Ever since Sim Update 2, I've been getting those messages but no crash, and 170 FPS and 4K with frame gen, super smooth. It might be a bug, is JJ saying, yeah. Just a message bug. Captain said to keep 2020 because Bluebird 757 is only coming to 2020. I know, man. I know Spike flies, but I tell you what, I'm getting very, very close to uninstalling 2020. I haven't booted it since the last time we flew the, what was it, the 777? I think we flew the 777 freighter in 2020. That was the last time I booted it. Anytime you have hydraulic pressure in the systems and the flight controls are clear of obstructions, you can do it. Mechanic did them in the hangar. Nice. Yeah. What is this big turn we're doing here? What's happening? Oh yeah, 5 to 6. We're already turning. Wow. Are we really going that fast? We're only 165 miles from our airport. Chat, the stream is going to end so soon. Are we sure about that? Are you sure about that? Did we program our FMS correctly? I'm starting to have second thoughts. Hold on, let's let this song in. Let me see where we're at. I never even picked up Key West, though. Did we? Hold on, let's pause that. Let's bring up our sounds. 13.5 on Key West. Still you both over there. Yeah, we're picking up both. Shoot 60 miles from Key West. That checks. Key West right now is the 07067 at 68 miles. That checks out. My wife texted me and said it's pitch black, tornado warning, take action. Hold on, Chad. I'll be right back. Be right back, Chad. Hold on. we still live? Hold on, my YouTube crashed. Alright, we're still live. Yeah, no, there's like a massive hook echo coming like right for where I'm at. And actually where the wife is, so I was telling her to like just be careful. Yeah, I don't know. You know who's good? Is Ryan Hall live right now? I don't think he is. It's kind of a small storm. But I wonder if let me check this
Coming up on 11:42.
local tornado warning shelter thing. Yeah, there's definitely sirens going off. There's a massive nasty looking swirly out there. But we're good right now. We actually need to start descending 122 miles out. Let's go ahead and set 10,000 feet. Right about 70 miles or so is when we can drop down 3 degrees. As long as the HQ roof doesn't go V1 rotate. I know. Well, I'm in an all brick building like downtown, so I feel like I'm in a pretty secure location. I'm more concerned with the FAM. So it's like going right for where our house is. Yeah, there's a massive area of rotation. Yeah, Thackerville is just north of me. And the wife just lost power. Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, this is not good. Chad, I'm gonna end the stream now. I gotta go do some. I'll see y'all. I'll check in with y'all later.